Hey guys, I'm making this video, uh, for those of you who are thinking about stretching. Turn that music down, hold up. If you're gonna get your ears pierced, I would recommend this. If your parents don't care if you're old enough to make your own decisions and go to a tattoo shop, get them pierced professionally at a tattoo shop with the piercing needle that's hollow and it takes out a piece of skin. When you get your ear pierced with a gun, you're not getting rid of any skin, you're just pushing that skin out the back. Skin's still there, and it's just gonna leave a scar tissue. It's just not gonna be that good. So if you can, go to a tattoo shop and get it pierced by them. They know what they're doing, and depending on how big your lobes are, you can start off with like 10 gauge. Probably, probably the biggest you could start out with if you went to a tattoo shop would be to a 4 or maybe a 2, but just all depends on how big your earlobes are. You can get a zeros, whatever. Just, again, all depends on your earlobes. They'll just get the size needle, put it through, and it'll take out a piece of skin. So, and I'm pretty sure those close up a lot better than one pierce with a tattoo gun. Not tattoo gun, but piercing gun. Sorry. Anyways, now the thing, you can't go to a tattoo shop, and you have to go to a get pierced by a piercing gun. Oh, sorry, I love that part of the song. But then I recommend just getting it pierced with the gun. I mean, if that's, you absolutely have to, and you can't get it pierced by a tattoo shop, get it pierced with a gun. If you do that, you're going to have to be extra careful with your stretching and extra, what's the word, like, you're going to have to do like, your stretching more precise than you would if you got it pierced any other way, pretty much. Probably use tapers until you get up to about the size of a 10 or 8, I'd say, and then you can start using tape if you want to. But I mean, I use tapers the whole time. This is a 0 gauge taper. I don't need it because I'm at 7/16. But basically, biggest thing you have to do, lube it up. Don't ever put it in dry. Don't ever put it in with alcohol on it. Disinfect it too before you do anything. Disinfect it with alcohol and disinfect your ear. Don't ever put it in with just alcohol on it. It's going to burn, especially if you're stretching too fast, because it's going to get those micro tears and the alcohol is going to get in there, and it's not going to be great, because it's already going to hurt from stretching too fast, yet alone getting alcohol in it. Put lube on it. I recommend looking up some special ones made just for like ear stretching. Some good ones are Holy Butter, Hold Fast Stretching Balm, Gauge Gear Stretching Balm, or if you absolutely have to, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, my friends have done it, but just all depends. Don't use too much of it if you do, but Neosporin. But it doesn't absorb into your skin, it just sits there, and it's pretty nasty. So I would definitely recommend, or you can use vitamin E oil, jojoba oil, tea tree oil, just about any natural oil pretty much. You can even use olive oil and stuff, but you know, it's all up to you. Look up and whatever you think sounds best to you. But yeah, tapers. Another thing, say you're using tapers to stretch up to every size. Say you're at a 4 gauge. You want to go to a 2 gauge, right? So say you put it in like this, and you stretch it in that way, and you stretch from a 2 to a 0, go in from the back. Every time you stretch up, just go back and forth, like, you know, from whatever size you're going to. Like, say you stretch one time, go that way. Next time you stretch, go the other way. Because what that do is, whenever you're pushing it through this side, this is mainly if you got your ear pierced with the piercing gun, it's going to push that skin through to the other side. And so when you do that like that, then the next time you do that, it's pushing it back, and it's going to kind of even it out every time you do that. You know what I'm saying? Taping, I hear, is a good method. I've never done it. Lately, what I've been using are pinchers. Pretty much just like a taper. Get to the middle, and plus they're a little bit heavier, so they're kind of weight, so it kind of helps stretch them if you're going up to another size. If you are wanting to get your ears stretched and you're worried about future jobs, or you're wanting them to close up, I don't recommend going past a 2 if you want them to completely close up. Now, people have gone all the way up to an inch, and they've closed all the way back up. It all depends on your skin's elasticity and how good it is. Mine's pretty good. Mine's not that bad. Because I've been able to stretch, and I've been stretching pretty fast. Don't do that. Don't listen to me on that one. Don't stretch fast. I can tell you what, if I could start from the beginning and re-stretch again, I would get my ears pierced at a tattoo shop. Kind of pierced with a gun. And stretch slowly. And probably use the taping method, or go to the tattoo shop and have them stretch it for me. But you know, my ears have turned out pretty good, so you know, it's whatever. If you have any questions or anything, you can just comment and ask me. But I'm at 7/16 right now. I think I'm gonna go to 1/2 inch. But you know, whenever I was talking about getting gauges and I was sizing up and everything. Oh, by the way, don't call them gauges. I've been calling them gauges because that's what everybody else calls them. Gauge is the size of the hole. The very tip of this is 0 gauge. These are 7/16 of an inch. It doesn't really go by gauges at that point. It goes by millimeters or parts of an inch, whatever, you know what I'm saying. 00 is going to be the last one that's probably going to be referred to as gauge. 00 gauge. But I just call them plugs. People are like, "Oh, dude, you gauged your ears." No, well, I didn't gauge my ears. What's gauging your ears? I stretched my ears. Because people who are not fully committed to their gauges and they're just doing it for like a fad. Oh man, that dude's got him. He looks cool. I'm gonna do it. They usually refer to them as gauges. I want to get gauges like him. But people who know that your ears may not close back up, they may close back up, but you know you like them. People who are like seriously legit, most of them go by the right terms. Stretching. Those are plugs in my ears, not gauges. You know, I stretch my ears. I'm sizing up. I'm not getting bigger gauges. I'm downsizing. I'm not putting my smaller gauges in. You know, that's like the correct terms. But yeah. Anyways, look at my ear stretching care video and follow that, and you'll get pretty healthy looking lobes if you do everything right. These are my 7/16 right now. My ear, as you can see, it's pretty much perfectly circle. Not perfectly, but it's circle. And most people are like all squished and look weird because they stretched fast and all. But mine are. I'm actually really happy with my lobes. I'm trying to thicken them up some, as you can see, because I'm wanting to go to 1/2 inch. And I think they're getting a little thin, just a little. But if you have any questions about stretching your ears or whatever, please do not hesitate to ask, because I would rather you ask a stupid question than stretch and get a blowout or tear your ear. That would absolutely suck. Another thing, people will probably pull on them, joke around. People at school, you know, if you're a nerd or something, or not a nerd, but if you're an outcast, if you're emo, scene, I'm scene. What kind of scene? I'm also a country person. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I'm country, hunt everything. But if you are like not at the top of the food chain in your school, people in gym, whatever, they're gonna come up to you, pull them and everything. Do what I do, punch them right in the face. I was playing basketball. This kid always took the ball from me and all, but then I got gauges, and you know, he thought it'd be funny to pull on him. I grabbed his hand, took it off, turned around, socked him right in the face. Show people that don't screw my plugs, don't screw my ears, you know. Because if you let people do that, eventually they can pull it out, and it's gonna tear your ear, and you're gonna have noodles that are gonna be there for quite a while. Well, that is, if they're gonna be there for quite a while if you get them stitched up. If you don't get them stitched up, they're gonna be there forever, and those are called noodles. They look like two noodles. Now some people even gauge those. I don't know why, because I mean, if you screwed up the first time, don't stretch them again. Second thing, as I was talking about earlier, second thing, this is like fifth thing, whatever. But if your parents don't want you to get your ears pierced, I mean, I didn't tell you this, but if you're gonna pierce your ear at home, get a safety pin, or the biggest needle you can get one of the big safety pins, don't get the small ones. My friend used one of those denim needles, you know, that in the knitting section, but you should see his ears. His ears are completely, cat's butt, just disgusting. Get a safety pin, soak it in alcohol, then dry it off, rinse it off. If you're not good with pain, get something to numb it. Don't use ice. Ice will tighten up the skin and make it harder to push the needle through. So that's a pretty big no-no. Use some kind of numbing gel or something. Best thing I can tell you is have someone else push it through for you, because usually they'll just push it right through. But if you do it yourself, then you'll probably like easing it in, and you get about halfway. There's gonna be like a harder area. I could never get past because I did it myself and I eased my way in, but I had my ears pierced before that someone just shoved it through. Have someone do it for you, it's probably a better idea. Keep the safety pin in there for about an hour, and then, you know, put your earring in or whatever, and, you know, then just treat it as a normal piercing from there on out, and, you know, wait, I'd say a month or two before you start stretching. Yeah, and if you're gonna stretch, I recommend going to bodyjewelrysource.com, kingsbodyjewelry, I think, .com, bodyartforums.com, I think that's called. Just, you know, just Yahoo, whatever. Get a stretching kit. I got my stretching kit. This came in it, I think. It'll go from a 14 gauge taper all the way to 0 gauge, and you can just use those size up, and best thing ever. And it's like $5 if you get, like, I think it's $5. Don't hold me to that though. But yeah. So just good luck. I mean, just be smart stretching, because remember, they're your earlobes, and you've only got 2 of them. So don't screw them up or anything. But again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I would much rather you ask me a question than you not ask me a question and have something bad happen. So yeah, watch my other videos on my ear stretching and ear stretching care and all that stuff. Comment, like, subscribe, do whatever. Thanks, guys.